start of the season?
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Really just excited to have the fans back, be able to play in front of them for the first time. So, um, with the talent, skill level that we have this year, it should be a fun season for sure.
What did you learn about this team during the offseason?
That we have a ton of talent, a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket. I think our commitment to the system that coach is implementing is a lot better than last year, and the willingness to embrace your role, I think, is better from last year. I think the biggest thing that we can clean up is the defense. I think once we lock in on our defense and really commit to that, I think we're going to be a great team.
What do you think led to that willingness for players to embrace their role more?
I think having guys like myself, Lat, Derek, Trey, the returners that went through that season last year, we understand that if you're not committed to it, then the results aren't going to be in our favor. So I think guys like I said, like those returners, have really established that and shown the younger guys what it's going to take.
Fred's in there talking about the improvement in perimeter shooting overall on the team. I mean, have you seen that in practice? And then also as a guy that has a ball in your hands a lot, how much of a difference does that make when you have defenders have to stay up close on them?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely improved. I mean, we got guys that are known for shooting that come in and, like I said, embrace that role. And to your point, I think for me having the ball in my hands, it just makes things a lot easier. It gives me a lot of space to create, whether it's for myself or for others. And making simple plays like Coach always talks about. We got guys that can put the ball in the basket, so there's not a lot of pressure to score.
Hey, how has a sense of urgency been? Fred was in there talking about that and how that's going to be important.
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think that's something we also can work on. I think being consistent with. Some days it's there, other days it's kind of so-so. So I think if we lock in and start being more consistent with it, I think that's something that's definitely going to help us.
Fred was also saying, Bryce is the most talented player he's ever coached. I'm sure you've seen that talent. Sometimes, really talented players kind of play it cool a little bit. They kind of hang back and they wait for their spots. How do you talk to a guy? A, is that something that Bryce has to work on? And B, is that how do you talk to a guy about not just play really urgent from the very first moment?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think urgency is something the whole team can work on, being consistent with. And it sort of starts with the older guys like myself, giving him that example, showing him, what it's going to take. And with his talent level, I don't think he tries to be nonchalant or anything like that. I think he's a workhorse and he wants to make it to the next level. So he knows what it's going to take. So I think once we get going, he gets in a rhythm. I think you're going to see a great basketball player for sure.
Have you ever seen a shooter like Kaisei is?
Casey is different. I'm a shooter myself, so I don't really give a lot of credit to a lot of people. But he's probably the best shooter I've played with, like in my entire life, for sure.
Is there something about his form or the way that he gets it off that makes him special?
I would say the way he gets it off, the speed he gets it off with, and he needs absolutely no space. So it's like you can be there, but it doesn't really matter.
Did you watch much of his film or anything before he got here, or like when did you know like okay this is different?
I seen like some clips on Twitter and stuff like that our media team would post, and then I seen a video. I think he hit like 40 in a row shooting on the gun. I think that is either at his JUCO or when he was before he went to that Olympic thing. So yeah, I seen him make 40 in a row, and that's not like it's not normal. So that was sort of when we were like, okay, dude can shoot. So yeah, he's gonna be a great piece for us for sure.
That was a pretty. Someone said the other day, I think at photo day, that none of you guys have ever. Well, you're the only one that's played in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
At PBA, I mean, I know it's a little ways off still, and there's a lot to do, but I guess A, how wild is that, and B, how excited are you to be back?
It's definitely wild. It's definitely wild to think about. I actually didn't realize that until I was on Trey and Bryce's podcast, and Robin said something about it. And it's crazy to think because I was obviously on the opposing team. So definitely excited because when I was on the opposing team, I think the fans probably knew more about me than I knew about myself. So it's going to be a great environment to play in.